Hello, people, and I know right off the bat you've got a question for me. MC in the house, why are you playing Roblox? Isn't that for little kids? Well, yes and no. Most Roblox games are designed for smaller kids. However, there are some really good gems out there, and a friend told me about this one. This is Theme Park Tycoon 2. It is awesome. It is really in depth. It is a game that an adult or teenager or a kid could enjoy. It's just amazing to be a free game how detailed this thing is. You start off with a plot of land and there's nothing on it. It's a sandbox game. You got to build everything you put out there. You get $11,000, so you got to start making money. So right away you got to figure out how you're going to make money to build more things, because the bigger things cost more money. So I've already got a park built. I probably spent 2 or 3 hours on it. Not a great amount of time, but this is a big time waster. I'm just showing you little roads here. You can go up and down real fast if you want to see the other parks. You can kind of like get trapped on them though. But the entrance of my park's still a little cluttered. I want to go back and replan it out and redo it. When I originally did it, I just kind of threw things out there, but I probably would redo it. But my first ride is the teacups. That was small. I set it down to make some money, and I put a little food court in. A little Nautica ski ride thing that was real popular for a while. You gotta have a place for people to sit. There's a little table. Second ride was this little sky rings thing that you get in and spin around. Then I decided to put some more food places. I've got a fry joint, all kinds of stuff, burger joints. They're all customizable. You can change the price of the food. You can see what people are thinking about them. You can change the colors. Like I say, there's so much detail, you can waste a lot of time just getting the little details right. So if you come down here, I've got a burger place, and I've got a ice cream place, and I've got I think on the other side, a cotton candy place. Even fresh fruit. But you got to have a place for people to sit. If you don't, they get mad. And you got to have trash cans. You got to have bathrooms. One of the rides that is kind of strange. This is a slide. It was cheap, so I put it in, but it won't let you ride it. It's one of the few at least I don't know how to ride it. You go in the entrance, it doesn't let you do anything. So I went up the exit and didn't like much to it, so I just jumped off, said the heck with it. I've got this other ride beside it I did. It's a whitewater rapids ride. Kind of a glorified log flume, but it's got the big 4-person inner tube. Look at all the people in line for it. This is incredible. Now this ride is cool. This is like a roller coaster. Each segment costs money, so you got to save a lot of money before you build this or a roller coaster, or you're out of money fast. But what I did, I went in and put the different segments, and I put ramps and made it spin around. Kind of learned as I was going. I was looking at what some of these people was thinking while they're waiting in line, see if they're getting PO'd because they're waiting so long. But I'm going to hop in and press LT. People will get in with you. A lot of times I'll sit on you. It's kind of weird. But if you don't want them to do that, just put it in test mode by right-clicking on the ride. All the rides, press LT to see first person. You can see some of these creepy faces. Look at this girl on the left, man. She's got like straight across bangs. I don't know what her story is. Well, it's kind of weird. But basically on this ride you kind of spin around as you go. It's kind of a lazy river. But I found that you could put rapids in it. You can put waterfalls and different chicanes. There's different little things you can add. I kind of discovered as I was building it. I might go back and redo it, as I didn't have enough stuff in it. And it's pretty time consuming to do all this. But it's a fun ride. A little slow at points. But it's up high. You can see a lot of the park from here. See all these creepy faces. You hear the music in the background. You can turn that music off if you don't like it. I like it. It's kind of folksy. It's like a real frontier theme park. Kind of farm backwoods kind of sound. Alright, we'll go down the hill here, and there's some rapids and chicanes down here. Picks up a little bit of speed. Like I said, I kind of threw this part together and have a real good plan. I'll do, as I got working with it, I did put some boundaries. I put a train track all around the boundary so people get around. And I'm starting to make it take shape. I want to figure out some of the decorations and stuff and props to put up to make it look better. I need to be more consistent on the type of fences used and stuff like that. But it's been really fun. I can't believe how detailed this thing is. And like I say, it could be a standalone game, and I believe people would buy it. I know I would pay for it, because not only can you create and decorate, and you can ride the rides too, and your friends can come in and ride them. Friends can even help you build. You can add them to your builder list. This is the roller coaster I did. I've only done one. Like I say, I just discovered this game a couple days ago, and threw this together. In fact, I ran out of money on the roller coaster when I did it too soon before I had enough money. But I think it came out pretty good. You want to get in the front, and you want to go to first person so you can see where in the heck you're going. And it's got chains you can put in here to pull you up the hill, and you can actually hear the chains. It's kind of cool. There's all kinds of stuff that I haven't even explored on roller coasters. There's boosters to boost the speed and different things. So I'm still a noob on some of this stuff, but I just want to show you this game, show you a little bit of my park and what I did. And it's just a really cool game if you like building stuff and wasting a lot of time. This actually pulled me off of GTA making money, so you know, as much as I play GTA and videos I make about it, that if it did that, it must be pretty good. And the fact is, you can, like I say, you can help your friends. You can go on their park, and they can give you builder rights, and you can help them build stuff. You can do a co-op park. And you start picking up a little speed as we get downhill here. Woo! And you hear the wind sound. It's so cool. Like I say, if you love roller coasters and theme parks, I think you'll really like this game. It can be a little frustrating and intimidating at first till you get the hang of it. And it's not all cookie cutter. Like I say, the roller coaster tracks and the log rides and stuff, you can customize. I mean, you build those step by step yourself. You'll see it change the nighttime. I wanted to show you some of the stuff I added. I got some fountains and decorations, and I put signs in. Signs are fully customizable. You can put what you want them to say. You can change the font. You can change the color of the top and the bottom. This is a ride. I think it's called a Frisbee, and you can customize the colors, the amount it costs, see what people think about it. Any of your rides, you can do that. Let's go down this path. I made it a different color. I put a sign beside each ride. I put a directional sign for where the train was. And my buddy Skulls 2004 helped me out with some things. He built this little house. We put the shops, all three of the merchandise shops in here. The Santa hat, pirate hat, and the dino hat. And you can actually put a sign. I put a sign up there that says shops. There's Enterprise dangerously close. I got a sign there showing where the vintage cars and the fireball is. Oh, the vintage car's going off. Let's jump on that. Hurry, hurry, get in. Oh my gosh, look at this weird person with a fat arm, and she's got it right on top of my arm. How creepy. This ride's a little bit slow. It's just like a real vintage car ride in real life. But it's kind of fun. We do have a section that goes underground. I want to thank Skulls again for helping me with that. First person, they probably should make the windshields a little bit easier to see through. They're kind of hazy looking. But it's cool. Like I say, it's a slow ride. Kind of stops when you get to the top of the shield and it starts back. I guess it loses momentum. And like I said, I threw this one together too. I just took the track parts. Every roller coaster or track or water ride is going to be unique because the person built it themselves by hand. It's not cookie cutter. Now your smaller rides, they are cookie cutter, like the Enterprise, the Fireball, and stuff like that, and the teacups. But at least even with them, you can change the colors and stuff. So that's what's cool about this game. Every park you go to is going to be different because every person laid it out the way they wanted to lay it out. Okay, let's walk over here, and there's the Enterprise. It's pretty close to the pathway. It's kind of, safety is pretty lax here at this park, I guess. Let's click on this guy, see what he's saying or thinking. I like to click on people randomly and see what they're thinking. Dino Hat guy. Okay, this next section, my friend Skulls, he said, if you build a water, I'll put a bridge across it. I made the water and he put a bridge. Pretty cool bridge, right? We'll walk right through it. I think it's pretty cool. He did a good job. Here's the pirate ship, and it leads over here to the other train stop. Like I said, there's 4 train stops, one on each side of the park. And I've got places for people to sit, places for people to buy food and something to drink, as well as a restroom. Trying to see what this guy's thinking, but he keeps moving so fast I can't click on him. I guess he was thirsty. Okay, and you want to put benches out, not just food tables, but benches for people to rest on because they get tired walking across your big park. And she was tired. I guess now she's thirsty. Good. Go buy something, lady. Let's go back across the bridge and I'll... excuse me. All this walking's getting me thirsty, I guess. Okay, you got your park, you built all this stuff, and you're running out of space. You're like, what the heck do I do? Well, if you look to the left and right and behind your park, there's brown land, undeveloped. Go out there and find the sign, and you can buy that segment of land. See, I bought everything except for what's behind and to the left. So seeing how I've got a lot of money built up, I can go ahead and buy this plot of land and use it for expansion. And right now I've got a railroad track that goes around the whole perimeter of the park so people don't have to walk all the way around. So what I'll do is move my track out there on the outside of that. So let's go down here. This is on the other side of the Rapids ride, Whitewater Rapids. We made a little mini one, like a kid's ride. Not a lot of people on the side of the park, so not many people ride it, so we'll see how it does. I may take it up and put something else there. This guy's going down there, and we'll hop on the train and ride to the front of the park. Train's elevated so you can see, have a little bit better view, and it gives me room if I need to expand something out close to the boundary. Just a nice relaxing way to get around the park. Okay, you'll notice that this train stop, I don't have food and restrooms because it's very near the food court. Okay, the next thing I want to show you, let's take a look at just the menu and some of the things you can do. This is how you raise and lower land. You press Y or triangle if it's on PlayStation. I'm not even sure if this game's on PlayStation Network. It might be. But on Xbox you press Y and then you press A and B to raise and lower the land. And then we'll go through some of the menus. You press X to build and RB and LB to move through, and then RT and LT to move through the various selections, what you've selected on that tab. This is the fence. There's a ton of different kind of fences you can do. Here's some of the roofing, and here's some of the props you can use. They have a ton of different props. Signs, I told you about the signs. And here's your pathways and some of the ramps you can use. And of course there's queue paths. Here's the different sitting areas you can do, benches and so forth. There's several different lights. This little light's neat. It's like a little path light. Puts off a fair amount of ground level light. These are the light poles, torches. I like the old-fashioned lantern on a pole. And like I say, you can move these around and rotate them and place them. Here's the different food stalls you can get. And then there's bathroom and merchandise stalls. There's only 3 of the merchandise ones right now. I imagine they'll probably add more of those. And these are the different categories of rides. There's the gentle ones, and then the intense, and then there's the track-based ones. These cost per segment a certain amount. That's why you got to have a fair amount of money before you start building those. And these are the monorail and the train. Alright, let's take a look at something. When you do one of these cookie cutter ones, it shows you how much space it's going to take. It's kind of transparent, but you got to have that much space to put it in. I tell you what, we will build. This is we're going to go back. I'll show you how I did the pirate ship. You want to place it in areas got enough space, and you got to leave enough room for the line to get in and out of it. The line to get in is a queue. It automatically creates the entrances. Just rotate them and put them where you want, and the exits, you put it where you want. Then for the exits, you put a regular path in front of it, and the same thing for the queue. Now this isn't probably a high volume ride, so I didn't leave it one block for it, so you don't have much space for people to line up. If it was to get bigger and more popular, I would have to move it back and put a longer queue. And that's all there is to it. Then you just you can go in and customize it, change the price, the name of it, and the color scheme. And you can open it up, or you can put it on test if you want to test it out. I'll show you a little bit of the ride. It's not that exciting of a ride, but people seem to like it. Alright, and you need trash cans. You see, if you don't have trash cans, people throw stuff on the street. And I'll show you how the lighting works. I just grabbed these old lanterns and place them so that the place is lit up. It doesn't look like it's a total dark place at night. And really, it's that simple just to create stuff. But you can spend a lot of time fine-tuning it. It's pretty amazing how much time you can waste. And the other thing I want to show you is you can change even the color of the trash cans. That's how detailed this game is. It's pretty amazing. And like I say, you can spend a lot of time just decorating and customizing things. It's just fascinating. I hope you enjoyed this. I plan to put up some of my friends' parks and let you see what they did, give you some ideas. If you enjoyed this, drop a like and leave a comment. Thanks for watching. Peace.